We're not the labels that we wear. We are infinite. There are so many things that we can do, but yet we allow our labels, whether if you're a woman, then you can't chase after a man. If you are a shrewd business person, that means that you can't follow your heart. If you are a white man, means that you cannot freestyle rap. All of these different things is holding people back in doing the things that they really want to do. And it's so limiting. And I think the beauty actually lies in between. I was working with a client the other day and I asked her, because she's in a crossroads in her life. She quit her daytime job and she really wants to do something amazing with her life, but she doesn't know what yet. So I asked her, what are the things that you really love to do? What are you passionate about? And she said that she's really passionate about psychology and dancing. But she says, only in my dreams I could pursue both. And I was like, why do you feel like you need to choose one or the other? What if you become the dancing psychologist? What if you incorporate dancing in your coaching and that's how you heal people? And that's what your differentiating factor is going to be, right? It's not one or the other. Because if she was just a psychologist and she just went after that, then she wouldn't really stand out from anybody else. But how many dancing psychologists are you going to come across? Same thing for me. I'm a coach. And at the same time, I have all of this other experiences. I have been a dancer in my life. I have a corporate background. I have an e-commerce background. I have a digital marketing background. I have all sorts of things behind me. And I'm able to incorporate all of that in my coaching business, which is why I haven't really branded myself as any kind of coach yet. I just believe that I'm Coach Lily. I am who I am. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a business consultant. I'm not a mindset coach. I'm not any of them. I'm actually all of them combined because that's what makes me me. So I really want us to just kind of shed all the labels that we tie to ourselves, especially if the labels are placed on us by other people. And I think this could be even a little bit bigger. It could be more of a global thing. I think there's a lot of racism going on in this world. There's a lot of political stuff going on in this world. I find that friends cannot be friends because they are supporting different political parties. Fuck, come on, guys. You're friends. Why are you going to allow you supporting a certain political party to get in the way of your fucking friendship and having that love for each other? And it's so limiting. It's limiting us from experiencing true love. It's limiting us from creating the business that could actually set you apart. And I just want to come on here and talk about this. And even me, right? Today, as I was coming in, I fucking twisted my ankle and it fucking hurts. Right? And I am a very, see, I put labels on myself too. I'm a go-getter, I'm a hard worker. And my immediate thought when I twisted my ankle was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? Really? Is this something that needs to happen today because I got shit to do? But the reality is, who cares? Pain happens for a reason. I'm not going to attach myself to a certain kind of label because I'm a hard worker that I cannot feel pain. I have to feel pain once in a while. I have to breathe into the pain. I can't be like, fuck you. This is very inconvenient right now. I'm not going to make this work. But you know what? It happened for a reason. Now I have to live with it. And I actually have to enjoy the fact that I still have to do my work with this pain. And it's okay. All right, guys, at this point, I do really want to get over to a chat to see what you guys got. And I also want to invite you to be on a coaching session with me right now. And if you're going to join in, I do have a link in the chat. So you guys simply could just click on it and we could do something live. I'm just reading your questions right now. That's why I have been I feel a little distracted. Okay, so who do we got in the house? We got Mike from Chart Your Trade. We got Mel. We got Tracy. We got Positive Academy. We got Bartik Burners. Nice to see you, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. We got Tommy T. We got, a new person. David Richards. David Richards, is so nice to see you. It's always nice to see all of you. And because right now I'm in the beginning of my YouTube journey, so I remember all your names and I know that you're someone new that came along. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so what are you guys talking about? Okay. Your coaching sessions are intense. Mel, which coaching session are you talking about? Yeah, my coaching sessions are intense. And that's just one part of it. It can be intense because I allow the person to lead me through the coaching sessions, and I'm very intuitive, and I feel like there's it can be intense because there are certain I allow the person going on. Hold on, Michael. And I'm very intuitive, and I feel like there's a feedback loop.
There is a lot of feedback.
I allow the person. Is it from you? And I don't actually see you.
Oh yeah, that's weird. So yeah, let me see. I'm figuring this out. You could hear me, right?
Oh, I could hear you. Perfect. Well, I don't see you, Michael.
Yeah, there's a little button that says that turn camera off, but I don't want the camera off. I want the camera on.
Let's turn the camera on, Michael.
Yeah, let me go into settings.
All right, guys. So as Michael is figuring out the camera stuff, I do want to introduce Michael from Chart Your Trade. He also has a YouTube channel.
Maybe if I grab I have this HD camera. Maybe if I hook that thing up, that'll help the situation.
This is so amazing.
Making this work.
I love it. I love
technology.
Oh, I fucking love technology. This is amazing. I love it when things kind of screw up. It's just fun. It's fun because nothing has to be perfect.
All right, let's
Michael,
see.
Are you there?
Yeah, I think this is
all right. Hey, Michael.
How's it going?
I'm good. Why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hey, everybody. My name is Mike. I met Lily up in Toronto at the workshop that Evan put on. It was amazing. A lot of deep, insightful work. Like, you know, one of the big things that I think that came out for me during the coaching session, the subgroup that you had, like, I came into it thinking that like I was unique in having a bunch of baggage and shit from my past and all that. And the thing that struck me so hard was that there's so many of us that feel that way, but there's so many more that like actually have that stuff too. And it's a much better way to connect and unburden ourselves and be present. And it's been an amazing journey so far.
It's amazing, Michael. And you know what? Here's the thing too, is Mike is from New York City. And I met you. Remember, we met in New York City as well.
Yeah.
So
we met a while back. Yeah, we were both such different people then.
I know.
And that was only months ago.
I know. Things have changed so much. So Mike is this New Yorker on the surface, from a very surface level. He's this finance guy. He's from New York City, and you know he seems like a really tough cookie, which you are, and
okay.
You do, and you have such a nice, beautiful, soft side and a vulnerable side, and you have a past which really forced you to do the things that you're doing right now. You want to help people and inspire people because there was a time that was really rough for you. I'm not sharing too much of the details with the respect for you and your family and your history. But there's pain there. There's pain behind what you do, which is so amazing. And that's what sets you apart from everybody else, because everybody could give financial advice, but you're doing it from a place of love. There's so much love coming out of you. And for some of the people that are finding it difficult to open up, what are some of the suggestions you have?
For me, something that I've been doing daily is meditation, and it's relatively new to me. I've been doing it now every day for the past 4 months. It was something that I thought was just like, oh yeah, meditation, just sit there with your eyes closed and breathe. I could be doing so many better things, more productive things with my time, but you know, it's one of those things where the universe was kind of telling me that you should test this thing out. I'm using this app called Headspace. It's guided meditation. And I first heard about it. I actually got one of these little Alexa devices, right? So that's sitting in my kitchen, and it was telling me some new things that it could do. So I'm like, oh, all right. And then I picked up, hold on one second, picked up this book here, Tribe of Mentors, and I was reading this, and I forget who mentioned it in here. One of the people that Tim Ferriss was interviewing, but
that
Sharon person,
Salzberg? Is it Sharon?
I'm sorry?
Sharon Salzberg? Is it her?
Might be.
I know she's in the book.
It might be. Yeah. I know that she speaks about meditation. I'm not sure if she's the person that said that she uses Headspace. I feel like somebody else said there that they use Headspace as the thing that's under $100 that's most impacted themselves. And they said Headspace. And so I'm like, all right, so let me try this thing out. So download it. They give you like a free 10-day trial, and it slowly walks you through it. And so the first meditation was 3 minutes, and 3 minutes felt like forever as a newbie, just sitting there like going through this. Okay, but then as time went on and consistency, now I'm up to 20 minutes a day, and it goes by like this, and it's you end up gaining so much clarity, so much depth. It's like your soul speaks to you.
Yeah, it's true. I love that. It's true. That's what I know. I don't meditate as much as I used to. It came at a time that I was trying to I was searching for answers. I have to fix this screen thing. I think it's on you right now, Michael. I was searching for answers, and what I realized was that the answers really lie within me. And I think that's what meditation has helped me a lot with, is like understanding that you have all the answers. You just need to quiet down to find the answers. And sometimes it comes in a form of someone else kind of pulling it out of you. And sometimes it's just you just sitting there. But understanding that all the answers are within us is something that we all need to be very aware of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, Mike, I do want to add some value into your life. Do you have a question for me?
You do every day.
No, I do, but I want to do even more. Do you have a question?
Do I have a question? You kind of know where I'm at, like with my journey, with things that are going on. Like I'm always trying to find new ways to improve and better myself. Putting the right people around me too, like, makes me feel more inspired, right? To do big and bold things. I guess like I'm trying to think about like an actual question. Like it's funny, like when you put the right people around you and you have the right environment, you just kind of like get help naturally.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I'm kind of clawing at a question, but I don't really have.
Okay, well, that's okay too. Like maybe, yeah, I think it's important. Maybe I'll use the statement that you made to help other people too. Is a fact that surrounding yourself with the right people is very important. I know that Michael has grown a lot since the first. I think we met online long time ago, probably about a year ago, and we're both very different people then.
Yeah. Like back then, that was when Evan was giving out these free 1-hour coaching sessions for buying the book.
Yeah.
Your One Word. And so I signed up for that, and yeah, like that was how we first met. And yeah, we were dramatically different people then. or no, like, or maybe we're the same person, but like now, like there's a much deeper person, like the more authentic Katsu people are coming out.
I know. And I think the conversation we were having was around time management and scheduling or something like that.
Yeah. And which is still a challenge for me too. I'm constantly trying to hack that. Like I have this book here. Whoops. This book here, I keep a journal, and most of the time after I meditate, sometimes I'll do it the night before, I will write out all the things that I want to try to accomplish and like keep the goal that I'm heading towards like as part of that and have non-negotiables in there too.
Yeah. So that's good.
So for me, some of the non-negotiables are meditation. Some of the non-negotiables are exercise, daily exercise. Another non-negotiable is family time.
Nice.
Got to put all those things in there.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think a lot of us are entrepreneurs, and since we're talking about time management, it does come up a lot. It's important to kind of dig deep into the spiritual world, and it's important to have a good schedule that works for you. Are you finding yourself more productive than you used to be? Are there certain tips that you have to help people with their mindset?
Definitely feel a lot more productive than I have been, especially with my business. I attribute again to who's in your environment. Like I started working with Jay Rise. He's a partner now, and it's like jet fuel, right?
Yeah.
So before it was kind of like I had people on my team, but there wasn't like at that level. And so it really is amazing, like what happens when you have the right team around you that can help you go that much quicker. You know, and like it's personal growth too. Like you need to be have like those good leadership qualities, like not thinking about yourself, but more thinking about the value that you can deliver. I think that too often in business, we worry about what the bottom line is going to be, and how can we get more likes, and how can we, you know, grow faster. But I think that the way that we actually grow faster is by delivering value to the world. Like that, what the frick are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And I think that's the most important thing. And look at the person who's actually talking about bottom line, the finance guy. Right? Who better to talk about this than that? Because it's much more than just money. It's like what money represents to you, and why are you doing this whole thing to begin with. So I love that. I love that, Michael. Okay, Michael, I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to answer a few questions. And do you have any last words to tell our friends before we go?
Believe in yourself.
Absolutely. I love it. All right, Michael, have a great day.
Thanks so much. Great chatting with you.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, I do want to answer some of your questions in the chat as well. Let's see. Okay. Tracy is asking me a question. I don't know if she's still in the chat as well. Do you think it's a good idea to quit your day job while figuring out what it is you really want to do? It's Tracy, this is 100% personal to you as a human being. You have to figure out what kind of personality you have. For me personally, no, it's not a good idea for me, because what I did with my business was I had my full-time job. And I was figuring things out on a part-time basis. Sure, it takes a lot longer for you to get there, but also at the same time, if you don't really have the financial backup for yourself, it puts a lot of strain on a human being when finances is an issue. And that actually causes a lot of emotional stress, which is also not good for personal growth and trying to figure out what you want to do. So try to find some sort of balance between it. And the second thing that I want to add to that is you don't necessarily have to get away from the full-time income. The reason why we have jobs is that we want to learn, we want to grow, and it pays the bills. So whoever you're asking this question for, whether if it's for yourself or a friend or whoever, you want to kind of think to yourself that, is there another job that I can take on that I could learn a lot from? So for example, in my life, the last 2 years of my job really sucked for me at a mental level, because I knew I had so much more to give, but I wasn't getting there. And so what I did was I started incorporating different things I was interested in my current job. So I was very interested in mindfulness practice. So I started taking different courses on mindfulness. I did different meditation retreats. I even did different certification programs as well. And I started bringing mindfulness to work, I was very interested in personal development. So I got people to like make these little vision boards and, you know, about their values, and just like started spreading my positivity in the office, because just because I'm there temporarily doesn't mean that it has to fucking suck. I could still bring my positivity and my light and the things I'm learning into the job that I'm doing. So a couple of options for you or whoever you're asking this question for. Number one is ask yourself, are you financially stable enough to take that break? If you are, amazing. It's a great way for you to search for yourself. But if you're not financially stable enough, then that having that financial stress is going to cause you problems in trying to find yourself, because you really want to be from a joyful place, and you don't want to come from a place of desperation. And sometimes not having enough money kind of pushes people in that area. The second thing is that, can you find another job that you could learn the skills that you really want to learn, the things that you're curious about? How can you learn? Maybe there's a manager that you really love, you want to learn from. If you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you want to work for a small startup and see how it's like to be an entrepreneur. If you want to be a photographer, maybe you want to work for a photographer and be their assistant, and maybe take a pay cut, and that's okay. And the third thing is, if both those one and two option is not available for you, then find ways to bring the things that you're curious about, things that you're learning about, to your current job, so you don't feel like it's a complete, utter, shithole for you to go to on a daily basis, because that's not a way to live. And if you spend 8 hours a day, 5 days a week doing that, it's going to have a massive negative impact in your life. There's no fucking way in hell you could hate your job and go home and be fucking happy with your family. I've been there before. It fucking sucks. It put a huge strain in my marriage. And so that's not what I want for anybody. So hopefully that helps you, Tracy, answer the entire question. What else we got? I'm looking for question marks to see if anybody else has a question. Okay, David Richards is saying, your unique talents are just that, yours, and they can change the world. Absolutely. I think we're trying so hard to categorize ourselves and try to label ourselves and try to be the person that we should be, instead of actually being who we are. And in my honest opinion, we never stop growing. To this morning, before I twisted my ankle, I was walking down the street and I was just so grateful and happy for myself. And I was thinking about myself as like, I am so fucking grateful for who I was, for who I am, and for who I'm going to become. Because the growth is never done. I surprise myself all the time with the actions that I take. I surprise myself with all the intuitions that I have. And if I was completely closed off and I told myself that I stopped growing at the age of 18, I wouldn't be the person I'm in front of you today. So today I want all of you to really be grateful for the fact that, yeah, you have a past. And maybe some of that past is pretty shitty. And because of that past, you're labeling yourself as someone who's shy or a failure, or someone who will never succeed in business. But the reality is you need to make peace with the past to move on to the future, and really empower yourself and understand that you're constantly growing. Every single minute you are changing. And if you allow that change to happen, that's where the beauty is going to come out. And it's okay if you don't understand yourself fully. Sometimes, I'm walking down the street and I'm having these beautiful, enlightening, awakening moments. And I think to myself, I'm like, I don't really understand this. And I love that. I love the fact that I don't fully understand myself yet, because what's the fun in that? The moment I feel like I have grown as much as I could is a moment that I need to end my life. And that's a sad place to be. So that's what I want everybody to do today. All right. Tracy, la, la, la. Okay, awesome. Okay, I do have a question. All right, awesome. So Tracy did hear my, I think you heard my answer. Okay, what else? Anyone has an idea? Okay, Headspace. Anyone have idea on how to get it out? I don't know what you mean by that, Michael, but cool. Oh, he was talking about the link before. All right, and just trying to type. Okay, Michael, maybe post it on Instagram. All right, cool. So, Michael, you know what to do. I want to thank all of you guys for being so amazing and being in the chat. I want to do this more and more and more in the coaching sessions. And if you guys do want to join me tomorrow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 days a week on Coach's Corner on YouTube. And I'm going to be inviting guests to do coaching sessions, or, have a really nice conversation that I did with Michael. In the end, the goal for me in doing these coaching sessions live is to really add value to you guys, to the audience. And it could take a very different path depending on the person. And sure, sometimes I'm a little bit intense and other times I'm very loving, and other times, I'm learning. So again, these are the labels that I don't want to place on myself, right? I'm only intense in a sense that sometimes it's required. It's required for me to be intense, and other times it's required for me to be very compassionate and very, very gentle and soft, which is what I'm channeling today. Because I'm channeling that for myself. I need to be gentle and soft towards myself because I'm in fucking pain, and I'm just trying to breathe into it. All right, guys, have an amazing day. So tomorrow I am going to be on Instagram Live, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay, bye-bye.